Can we stop spreading these fake facts? Please, for the love of God. Some of these are dangerous. And make sure you stick around to the last one, because that one might save your life. First off, sugar does not make you or your kid hyperactive. Sugar doesn't cause hyperactivity, period. And the idea that it does only comes from one poorly done study in the 70s and word of mouth. So, why do moms always tell their kids they can't have a sugary drink right before bed? It's because the moms simply believe that their kid is getting more hyperactive. That's it. That's all there is to it. There have been plenty of studies done proving that simply believing your kid had sugar will make you think that they are being more energetic than normal. Caffeine. Caffeine gives you energy. Or at least, it makes you feel less tired. And caffeine is often accompanied by sugar in popular drinks like Coke and Red Bull. But sugar isn't the blame for your hyperactive kid. Caffeine is. That being said, please minimize your sugar intake because it's super bad for you. Okay, thank you, bye. Alcohol does not kill your brain cells. Alcohol is bad for you. Alcohol abuse is not something to joke about. But alcohol doesn't kill your brain cells. Let's go inside our brain for a second. Behind me, you can see a neuron. And our brain is basically a shitload of neurons talking to each other with these connections they call synapses. Now, when we drink alcohol, these synapses get a bit bad at communicating to each other, which is what we call being drunk. This is why being drunk is basically like being sober, but you're just a little bit worse at everything. It's because your brain can't properly communicate to itself anymore. The brain cells responsible for making you feel insecure or feel shame also get a bit bad at communicating to each other after a shot or two, which is why it's a lot easier to hit the dance floor. If you drank responsibly, this fuzziness of the brain is usually temporary and no real damage is done here. Alcohol abuse is a different story though, and there can be permanent damage here. It won't kill your brain cells, and a lot of damage is reversible, but please drink responsibly.
Jellyfish sting! No, it hurts!
Well, can we help you? Want us to take you back to the house?
Damn the jellyfish! Damn all the jellyfish!
Well, there's really only one thing you can do.
What? What is it?
You're gonna have to pee on it.
I hate to break it to you guys, but we shouldn't pee on someone who got stung by a jellyfish. This is a myth popularized by the show Friends, where Joey and Chandler had to pee on Monica and everybody was traumatized by it. This might be the most disappointing fake fact for me, because I was secretly hoping that one of my friends would manage to get stung by a jellyfish and I could help them out by peeing on them. It was a 1p for free card. Maybe if they believe that this is still true, I can pee on them, but I certainly won't be helping them relieve their pain. In fact, it will probably make the pain a lot worse. So, if you happen to see someone you don't like, this is your chance to run over to them and help them out by pissing on them, and they won't even know that you're just doubling the effectiveness of your surprise pee attack.
That's right, I stepped up. She's my friend and she needed help. If I had to, I'd pee on any one of you.
Wat u nodig hebt is Butterfly Apps. Een revolutionaire nieuwe ontdekking waardoor u die keiharde buik en dat slanke, sexy lichaam krijgt dat u altijd al wilde hebben.
There is no way to lose fat in a single location on your body. You're not gonna get wicked abs from shocking yourself every 30 seconds, and jaw exercises aren't you helping prevent that double chin. For the love of God, the only way to get rid of fat is by losing weight. Or surgery. If you don't eat enough for the day and your body says, I need some more energy, it will take the fat it has stored on your body for the harder times. And where it takes this fat from is completely genetic, okay? It is as simple as that. Some people store more fat in their belly, some people store more fat on their bottoms, some people store fat in their face. Whatever, you have to deal with the hand that you're dealt. Stop doing 400 push-ups in a day to get abs. It isn't helping any more than regular exercise would. Just get off your ass, exercise, eat well, and be consistent. Or accept that the ab life just isn't for you. You do not need to wait 24 hours before filing a missing person report, okay? It's ridiculous. It's one of those movie tropes, and it can cost lives. Please don't believe it. It's very simple. If you have enough reason to suspect someone is missing, call the police, okay? Hey, police? Yeah, I'd like to file a missing person report, please. I think I lost a subscriber today. No, I swear, my subscriber count, it said 175, but now it says 170. What do you mean? Well, I'm saying he's missing. He's gone. Where's my subscriber? You don't need to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. Drinking 8 glasses a day sounds like an impossible task, and for some people it is. This isn't actually the fakest of facts. There is some merit in it, because, well, we do need water, and for some people this amount of water could be put in 8 glasses in a single day. But it's a bit more complicated than that. You see, there is water in food. There is quite a lot of water in food. And all of this water also counts towards your goal. Meat, fish, vegetables, fruits, eggs, everything counts to get to this 8 glass a day target. So how much water should you drink? Well, there's a good rule of thumb. So let's say you are thirsty. What you do is you drink. I know, it's fucking mind-blowing. Why do people feel the need to overcomplicate things like these? It's beyond me. I don't know. It's as simple as that. If you're thirsty, drink water, okay?
I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then after 1, I want everybody to crack their knuckles, okay? Come on, everyone silence, silence. 3, 2, 1.
Cracking your knuckles does not give you arthritis, okay? Why did they have to try to take this one from me? I love cracking my knuckles. And for such a long time, I believed it was bad for you. Because, well, my dad told me. And if your dad tells you something like that, you just tend to believe it. Well, it turns out you can crack your knuckles all day if you want. It's all good, man.
3, 2, 1.
I swear, it's kind of addictive as well. It's like popping bubble wrap. It is quite literally like popping bubble wrap. You are popping small bubbles that build up between your joints, and you're just basically popping them. There is actually one quite infamous study done by a dedicated scientist who spent 60 years cracking only the knuckles on his left hand. Left is this side for you, but he didn't crack the knuckles on his right hand. After 60 years, he compared the joints of both of these hands and he saw that there was no difference at all. From a scientific perspective, this is an abnormally useless sample size, but given the fact that he spent 60 years doing this, any systematic damage done would have surely popped up. Next up, shaving doesn't make your hair thicker. If it did, they would have been telling young girls frantically to never shave their hair, and they would have been telling boys who want a beard to shave their hair like their life depended on it. In reality though, it's just a temporary illusion. When you shave your hair, the tip, which is seemingly thinner, gets cut off, and what is left is the wider base of the hair. So when that wider base grows out, it will appear to be thicker than it was before. That's it. Your hair isn't out to get you. There is no crazy redemption arc of a hair who keeps coming back thicker and stronger every time you get rid of it. I mean, in the end, it's just hair. You are not swallowing an average of 8 spiders each year. In fact, you aren't swallowing any spiders in your sleep any year. Why? Why would a spider even climb onto your bed in the hopes you're sleeping with your mouth open, go inside your mouth, all the way down your throat, far enough for you to swallow, and then, I mean, it's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Why would you never have woken up randomly at night when something as ticklish as a spider is just walking across your face? I mean, I have woken up randomly at night for a lot less than that. A spider is probably scared to death for something as big as us moving all randomly in their sleep. Food is collected in its web, so it has no reason to go out searching for food. There's just not a lot of reason why a spider would even go near us. I don't even know where the myth comes from, to be honest. I mean, I guess some people just like to scare other people. Okay. SOS doesn't stand for anything. But understanding how to do an SOS signal might save your life. It doesn't save our souls or save our ships or whatever the fuck. It has to do with the fact that it's just the most simple Morse code that anyone unfamiliar with Morse code could do. Every letter in Morse code basically consists out of a short beep or a long beep. And the long beep always has to be 3 times the length of a short beep. Now, if you move on to the next letter, you take a pause, which is the length of a long beep. That's it. That's the entirety of how to do Morse code. All you need to know is the combinations to do each letter, and this can be quite difficult. Luckily for us, they make the distress signal as easy as possible. The S in Morse code is 3 short beeps. And the O in Morse code is 3 long beeps. If you want to do SOS, you just do. And it doesn't even need to be sound, by the way. You can also do SOS with a light, for example with a flashlight. So if you're ever in danger and need to reach someone who is farther away than your voice can reach, or you are not able at that time to talk, try the SOS signal. Most professionals will recognize it and come for your rescue. Oh, and while the outro rolls, I just want to say that mixing your drink in whatever way, from wine to beer to whiskey to shots to back and forth, isn't making you more drunk. The only thing that really matters is the amount of alcohol in each beverage, which tends to be around the same, okay? Don't believe the excuses people make, they just drank too much. Okay, ciao.